Hello and welcome to another edition of Learning About Tennessee History. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Tennessee flora. Now, flora is just a fancy word describing the plants that are found around our state, and many of them have been selected to be official Tennessee state symbols. And so now let's learn a little bit about these plants. The first one we're going to look at is our Tennessee state tree, the tulip poplar. You may also know it as a tulip tree or a yellow poplar. This tree is quite interesting. It grows really tall and really straight, and it doesn't produce those pretty yellow and orange blooms till it's about 10 years old. The interesting shape to the leaf there you can see in the photo has the 4 lobes to it. And depending on who you ask, they may see it looks like a cat head, a top hat, or even a t-shirt. But we know that the tulip poplar was designated as our official state tree in 1947. And it was chosen because it grows from one end of the state to the other. It was used by the pioneers of the state to construct houses, barns, and other necessary farm buildings. It's quite versatile for our pioneers as they were working to establish themselves across our state. The next tree we'll look at is our state evergreen tree, the eastern red cedar. The eastern red cedar you're going to be familiar with if you've ever had a hamster or a gerbil, the cedar shavings that you used in their cages, which smell really good, right? And the eastern red cedar tree has a unique scale on it instead of an actual leaf. So it's not quite a needle, it's not really a leaf either. They kind of overlap like fish scales. And what you're seeing on the tree there is not berries, those are actually immature cones. So the red cedar does produce a cone on it, and you can find these spread along the state as well. It was officially designated as a state evergreen tree in 2012. The tree was considered a sacred tree by the Cherokee people, and one of the very first landscaping trees used by early pioneers, including Andrew Jackson at his home, the Hermitage. However, probably the most important role of the cedar tree was to the earliest forest industries in Tennessee, which was the pencil industry. And we still produce a lot of pencils in Tennessee. And if you've ever gotten one of our Putnam County 4-H pencils, you know they come from a little pencil shop in Shelbyville called Musgrave Pencil Company. Let's talk a little bit about our state flowers. In 1919, our General Assembly wanted to produce a new state symbol, the flower. And so they took a vote by the school children of Tennessee, and they decided on the passion flower that should be our state flower. In 1933, however, the legislature adopted the iris as the state flower, but failed to take back the designation of the passion flower as the state flower. So people were a little confused, well, what was our actual state flower? Well, to eliminate this confusion, it took them until 1973, and then they designated the passion flower as our state wildflower and the iris as our state cultivated flower. So let's look at the iris first as our state cultivated flower. So of course it received its official designation in that 1973 General Assembly. And the iris is an herbaceous perennial, which means it comes back year after year. And there's around 170 species, the most common, which is the blue flag. Now, while there's several different colors of the iris, when they designated it as a state flower, they did not pick a particular color. But by common acceptance, most people consider the purple iris as our state flower. Let's look at our state wildflower, the passion flower. And it is quite an interesting looking flower. I think it's beautiful. And it's commonly known also as the maypop, the wild apricot, and the ocoee. The last is the Indian name given to the flower, a name that has also been applied to the Ocoee River and Valley area. The Indians prize the ocoee as their most abundant and beautiful of all their flowers. The name the passion flower is so named because of the early Christian missionaries who saw symbols of the crucifixion, the crosses, the crown of thorns, and the nails in the various parts of the curiously constructed flower. Tennessee also has a second state wildflower, the Tennessee echinacea. This is also known as the Tennessee coneflower and is one of very few plants that thrive only in the limestone and the cedar glades of Middle Tennessee. It was thought to be extinct until it was rediscovered in the 1960s, and conservation efforts have helped bring it back across our state. The flower features a daisy-like coneflower with purple rose petals and a spiny copper-colored center. It generally blooms from midsummer until mid-autumn. As part of the Tennessee Flora, we also have a state botanical garden, which is the University of Tennessee Gardens. They were designated as the State Botanical Garden in 2013. The garden itself was created in 1983 on 10 acres of land that is a part of the Institute of Agriculture campus at University of Tennessee in Knoxville. If you've ever been to the Ag campus, you've seen the gardens. They're beautiful, full of trees, flowers, vegetables, herbs, shrubs, turf grass. If it's a plant, it's probably in there. The gardens serve as an interdisciplinary resource center for faculty, students, researchers, and industry professionals in the areas of horticulture, natural sciences, landscape design, architecture, communications, and the arts. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of plant life that represents the state of Tennessee, from trees to flowers to even botanical garden. So I encourage you to read more about some of our other state symbols by checking out a copy of the Tennessee Blue Book, found online here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.